1, 2, 3, 4. Extra, extra, read all about it. Know the future in advance. Subscribe, like, and share.
The End Time Newsboy presents End Time Events, Part 2, Seers, Prophets and Scoffers. Those who wear the titles of seers or prophets have come in many ways, shapes and forms. One notable character was Nostradamus. His works have attracted attention for centuries, although his mysterious form of quatrains have gained both applause and skepticism. In more recent times, a man described as a modern-day Christian mystic, Edgar Cayce, received notoriety with his uncanny healing and prophetic abilities. Many claim that Joan of Arc was a prophetess. Joan followed the instructions of her heavenly voices, and as a result she undoubtedly changed the course of history. But none of these names can compare with the ancient and proven prophets of biblical proportions. Those who over time have a proven record of accurately predicting and pinpointing people, places and events long before they happened. Hi, my name is Daniel. Welcome back to the End Time series, a series that's going to help you understand the future of humanity. We're piecing together a story told over time by many contributing authors known as seers or prophets, those who were told by heavenly means what would happen in the last generation, our generation. These are the seers and prophets we're most interested in, the ones who have detailed the most important prophetic events in human history. Prophets such as the remarkable Daniel in the Lion's Den character, a prophet with a proven record of foretelling events that happened just as he said they would. Daniel also foretold of events that we can see happening around us today. This fact adds to the credibility of Daniel's predictions concerning the not too distant future. We will also examine the prophecies of John the Revelator, who experienced sensational out-of-the-body spirit trips to receive his revelations. Above all, we'll study the predictions of Jesus of Nazareth, who left us with a prophetic promise to return again at the end of time, to put an end to man's inhumanity to man, and then to finally establish his kingdom of love on earth. These ancient prophets are the ones we're most interested in, because their predictions can reveal more about the future than any modern day means. Naturally, there will always be the scoffers who will say that this sort of thing is just a load of rubbish. Unwittingly, they themselves become a fulfillment of prophecy. Peter the Apostle wrote that in the last generation, scoffers would be saying, "Where is a sign of his coming and of the end of the world? Nothing has changed. Everything is just as normal as it's always been." But is it? Is everything the same as it's always been? Gone are the horse and buggy days of the 20th century and every century that preceded it. Today, we live in a high-tech world of fast communication and fast travel. This has never happened before. Today, we live on the verge of having a new world order forced upon us. This has never been a reality before. Today, technology could do away with cash and plastic and replace it with an implantable all-round identity chip or identity tattoo, as prophecy predicts will happen. This has never been possible before. Therefore, everything is not continuing the same as it's always been. Year by year, decade by decade, things have gradually been changing, and we've hardly noticed it happening. Our generation is something like the poor frog in the pot of water who didn't notice things were gradually getting hotter until it was too late. But that's enough about frog soup and scoffers. Let's examine a few of the ancient seers and prophets. Let's see if what they predicted about our generation matches up with the world we see developing around us. Here's how the prophet Nahum described his visions of the last generation. He wrote, "The chariots, cars, shall be with flaming torches, headlamps, in the day of his preparation, before Christ's return. And the fir trees shall be terribly shaken from traffic roaring past." The chariots, cars, shall rage in the streets. They shall jostle one against another. Car accidents. In the broadways, expressways. They shall seem like torches. They shall run like the lightning. Travel fast. And the prophet Daniel was told to seal up what he'd been shown concerning our generation, until, in the last days, knowledge shall be increased, science and technology, and many shall run to and fro, travel fast, coming and going. And then end-time prophecy shall be understood, and many shall be taught. These are just some of the many predictions dealing with end-time prophecies that describe what would happen in the end time, in the last days, at the time of the end, during the last generation. What is meant by the last days and the time of the end? To answer these questions, we need to stay clear of scary doomsday theories and misleading Hollywood hype. But at the same time, we don't want to be ignorant to what the prophets really have to say concerning end-time events to happen in our lifetime, especially if you're of the younger generation. Gradually, through each presentation in this series, you will gain a better and clearer understanding of upcoming end-time events. Hopefully, what you have just watched has sparked an interest in you to know more about end-time prophecy. And hopefully, you can now see that things have changed and can agree that the world is rapidly going somewhere it's never been before. But where? To answer this question and to understand the future direction of humanity, we must first understand the past. That's why in the next presentation, we're going to take a closer look at the incredible predictions of Daniel the prophet, who lived about 2,600 years ago. You'll discover how accurately Daniel predicted the past, the present, and the future, and pinpointed individuals long before their life on earth. So please be sure to join us next time when we'll present A Nightmare in Babylon. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now. All things are not continuing as they have always been. Change is just around the corner. We are seeing many end-time events unfolding in our generation, just like the prophets of old have predicted. Next in the series, Part 2, A Nightmare in Babylon. The end is beginning.
Extra, extra, read all about it, know the future in advance, subscribe, like and share. Subscribe, like and share.